the Tamiami Trail, which is this freeway you can hear. This is a nice long boardwalk. And although you can hear the traffic noise, you can hear the birdies too. It's a nice thatched covering. The Seminole and Miccosukee Indians call the Big Cypress Swamp, Everglades, and many other parts of Florida home. Within Big Cypress National Preserve, they maintain customary use and occupancy rights. Historically, villages were made up of several chickees, an open-sided shelter built of a cypress log frame with a palmetto-thatched roof, similar to the one here. Villages would be found on dry land and would be made up of a cooking chickee that had a dirt floor with a campfire ring surrounded by sleeping chickees with raised floors to keep out wildlife. New growth on the cypress trees. You can sure feel the marked difference in the shade. You gotta love trees for shade and coolness. Now we're getting into some nice big cypress trees. I love cypress trees. A cypress strand is a community of cypress trees growing along the edges of a slow-moving stream. Cypress trees are known for their cypress knees, which are woody projections that rise above the water and are part of the root system. Big Cypress is a wetland that has a variety of ecological communities determined by the presence or absence of water and by slight differences in elevation. And ecotone is a transition area between different plant communities. In this area, you are surrounded by a swamp forest where plants have developed adaptations to survive wet conditions. Big Cypress National Preserve is located along the Atlantic Flyway, a major migration route to breeding and wintering habitats. As a continental extremity, the Florida Peninsula is home to songbirds rarely seen in other parts of the United States. These factors make the preserve a great bird-watching destination with about 185 species observed. Come to the end of the boardwalk. Gator holes are small ponds created and maintained by alligators in shallow marsh areas that remain filled with water during the dry season. Alligators dig holes in the muck using their feet and snouts, and water fills the resulting depression. The rich muck excavated from the center of the hole and moved to its banks by the alligator becomes a slightly higher ridge, permitting plant growth. While gators use these areas of deeper water for courtship and mating, these holes also provide a refuge for fish, turtles, frogs, snakes, and invertebrates. Mammals and birds search out these oases for drinking water and as a food source. Alligators, in turn, feed upon these animals. Birds forage in the gator hole and may establish rookeries in the surrounding vegetation. As gators only eat about once a week, they generally don't eat all the wildlife that flies in to feed or has moved into the hole with them.